So I thought today we would do a video instead of the written post because this is going to be a little long in written form. So, from the information from yesterday, I'm only, if I can talk, I'm only going to go into the first one today. We'll go into the second one tomorrow. So from the information shared yesterday, we talked today how to start to transform what the subconscious has in it so the things you co-create are actually what you want instead of what you don't want, right? And this can happen in a couple of ways. The first one is to become incredibly aware of the subconscious as much as you possibly can and transform the information in your subconscious with conscious thoughts and feelings. With time and effort, the subconscious will start to contain ideas and thoughts about yourself, others, and reality that are beneficial to you. The second one that we will get into more tomorrow is you want to enter a lower brainwave state where the subconscious information is and enter in new information there. This is where guided meditation is partly for, and we do this inside my 12-month membership program as well. So let us talk about number 1 today and get into number 2 tomorrow, right? So number 1 works because let's imagine, or let's say the subconscious mind is like a tape player, right? And you would put a tape or a CD into a player and then music would play. Normal, right? This is a great way to look at it because it helps us to realize we are not the programs of the subconscious mind. And what is being played by the subconscious is just the music placed there by others. And unknowingly or knowingly by your agreement, right? So now I want you to imagine the unalertness is your subconscious mind running the show. And alertness is when your conscious mind is so aware that your subconscious mind is not running anything at all, right? So mindfulness is a whole body and mind awareness of the present, right here in present moment, right? So to be mindful is to be fully present, not lost in daydreams, anticipation, indulgences, or worry, but to be fully aware of what is going on. The subconscious mind is a container of sorts, is how we can look at it, for past experience and karmic action. This is why we work through the karmic and past life and the here and now as well, right? And reprogram the conscious mind for new ways and habits that bring what we want instead of what we don't want. But there is so much more to it than that, right? And some ways that we will do that is we do the karmic release rituals every month. We also do the DNA reprogramming. That's inside the 12-month membership. There is also the we would do past life experiences we go through, and then there's hypnosis, but we work through that as well to reprogram that subconscious mind and put new habits and beliefs in there, right? So, with that said, I forgot where I was at now. Okay, yeah. So this is what we work through, yeah. But there is so much more to it than that, right? So, the word alaya, it comes from Sanskrit, and it means all ground, which suggests a foundation or a basis of such, right? The Alaya Vijnana is the foundation of basis of all consciousness, and it contains impressions of all our past actions. These impressions form seeds, and from these seeds our thoughts, opinions, desires, and actions grow. So, the Alaya Vijnana forms the basis of our personalities as well. So karma is created primarily by our intentions and acting on our intentions with thoughts, words, and deeds. But we can also get karma and have karmic debt also from our ancestors, because it's in our DNA and it passes down, right? And from past lives as well. So we got that as well. The karma thus created is said to reside in our subconscious or the stored house consciousness until it is cleared out. So inside, like I said, the 12-month membership, I offer a practice for eliminating harmful karma by karmic debt rituals. So the Alaya Vanjana is then I cannot talk, is then a repository of everything that is you, both harmful and beneficial. It's important to not think of it as specifically yourself, though, because it's not. It's more like a collection of attributes we mistake for ourselves. So, unlike the subconscious mind processed by modern psychology, the contents of the storehouse consciousness shape our actions and the way we experience our lives. I think it's important to contemplate this sentence from above. Karma that is created is said to reside in our subconscious until it is eliminated. So to me, this means the subconscious mind is creating experiences for us, all until we become conscious and change the patterns. So in the words of Swami Vivekananda that I read about, every work that we do, every moment of the day, every thought we think, leaves an impression on the mind, and even when such impressions are not obvious on the surface, they are significantly strong to work beneath the surface. Man's character is determined by the sum total of these impressions, it says here. So everything we do imprints impressions into the subconscious mind. An easy way to think of this is when you're driving a car, right? Do you have to consciously think how to drive a car each time you get in the car? No, we know exactly pretty much how to drive a car, right? So it's, for the most part, if you've been doing it for a while, no, right? So most of it is done for you using the subconscious mind. In essence, if your driving skills are poor, though, for your goal to drive more efficiently, then you must become more conscious of what you're doing when you're driving. You must pay attention more than you have before. When you're doing this, the stored, iffy driving skills in the subconscious aren't being used anymore. And the conscious mind is using alertness and focus to run the show. And this is where we want to be. That's why we say stay in mindfulness in this one, in the part one. When you're feeling sad, anger, frustration, or any other emotion not serving you, you must find a way to let that go. Because often you are feeling that way because it is your current normal. Why? Because the subconscious is playing the music of sadness as it has in your past, and you've agreed to it. It doesn't know you don't like it. It's just doing its job and playing the music, right? To it, the music is normal and comfortable. No amount of yelling at it, saying, stop, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to hear that music anymore, right? Will change what's playing. You have to record the new music over the old if you don't want that music anymore. New music begins with feelings that are in tune with the new music you'd like to hear from the subconscious. So you need to start reprogramming that with things that you want out of life, right? So if you're saying that you want this business, then you've got to reprogram that mind, the subconscious mind, and start thinking things you know that is going to move you in that direction instead of away from that, instead of saying things like, I can't do this, or, all the negative stuff. We want to put the positive in there. So if you want to hear love, worthiness, and wholeness from the subconscious, you must begin to feel that love and override the old music, right? As you do this with consistency, alertness, awareness, and focus, the music becomes harmonious with you. You become aligned with that music, right? We all come into this life with some sort of music. We end up wanting to change. You can call it a program or conditioning of the subconscious or music as we did here. It's all the same. What's playing isn't necessarily bad. It's just a type of music. If you don't want it anymore, transform it. I'm not saying you should not feel feelings. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying resisting and suppressing feelings is what causes the subconscious mind blockages. If you feel the feelings with equanimity and non-resistance, you'll eventually let go of that energy stuck within the body. So there's a fine line between feelings you aren't feeling and choosing subconscious patterns because you're unknowingly addicted to them, right? So experiencing with the two in your daily life for yourself can be fruitful for you. A reminder, if you have subconscious patterns or music playing out that you no longer desire, for one, don't shame or guilt yourself because of it. That doesn't work. In order to move towards change in your subconscious, you'll need to come at it from a higher state of consciousness and love and forgive yourself and others while choosing differently than the past in your daily life. So, we are going to talk about the lower brain waves tomorrow and how that can also is part to you. So, with that said, I'm going to jump off here. I love each and every one of you. You all are amazing. Have a blessed day. And I tried to make this as short as possible. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.